Hello YouTube, Wes here checking in with a brand new episode of Movie Time with Wes. Hope you're all doing well, having a great day, great night, whenever it is you're watching this. As usual, sharing with you the movies I picked up in the recent past and also some movies we watched recently. So let's go ahead and get into those first. The ones we've recently watched. The first one here was borrowed from a friend. This is the animated movie Scoob. Of course, a Scooby-Doo themed movie, but definitely been sort of upgraded, modernized, made for a new generation. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Not any kind of Academy Award winning production or anything. Just meant to be a really fun movie. It was enjoyable. Lots of funny moments, a fun adventure, a quick watch, and an enjoyable movie. So if you haven't checked this out and you're just looking for something fun to sit down and enjoy, I recommend this. It was a fun ride, and I'm glad I borrowed it. So that was the first one. That was in 4K, which was nice. Nice to see that. This next movie was one that I was really excited to see in theaters way back at sort of the end of last year, the beginning of 2020 here. I was really excited to see this one, and then COVID happened and everything got shut down, and this never really made it to theaters. But yeah, it's finally been released to Blu-ray and DVD, and that is the King of Staten Island, Judd Apatow movie. Of course, featuring Pete Davidson from SNL. It's, I'm sure a lot of you know this already, it's sort of a semi-autobiographical kind of movie, but a different story, not the real actual story. But it makes it so that he can play this part, play this role, and do it very well, and it's very believable, and it's an excellent movie. It's funny, it's heartwarming, it's heart-wrenching, it's gut-wrenching. It's got a lot going for it. A really great movie. I was hyped up to see this one, excited to see this one, and it didn't let me down. It was a really good movie, and yeah, it's sort of at this, we're kind of nearing this 20-year period since 9/11 happened, and the way we're processing things is different now, and this is the kind of movie for now, and I definitely love this movie a lot. A ton of special features on this. Really great special features if you sort of stream this or whatever when it was first, because it did get an initial sort of theatrical release even though it was streamed online. If you did that, I would still recommend getting, if you enjoyed it, I still recommend getting a physical copy of it. There's lots and lots of special features, several hours of special features, I believe. Outtakes, interviews, on-set kind of diaries, and a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of talking about Pete Davidson's dad and the history of the fire department and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, can't recommend this one enough. It's an excellent movie, and I'm glad to have this in the collection. All right, this next one we watched was a recent pickup from Walmart, and it was a $5 Blu-ray, and that is the movie The Outsiders. This is the complete novel is what they call it, the Francis Ford Coppola movie. The original cut of this movie was around an hour and a half, and this has been expanded to about 2 hours, so they've added in about 30 extra minutes of footage to sort of build on the characters some more and build on the story some more. I never actually saw the original cut, so I don't know how this compares as far as what was there and what wasn't there. Overall, this kind of wasn't a movie for me. I can see how people enjoy it, but it just, I had trouble relating to this movie. It's nothing that I could personally relate to. So yeah, The Outsiders, these sort of rival gangs of kids. You get the sort of the rough and ragtag kind of people, and the more wealthy, well-to-do people kind of in their various confrontations and their various challenges, interacting with each other. It was just okay for me, and it wasn't great. Next one is an upgrade $5 Blu-ray, again from Walmart. This is an upgrade from the DVD copy I have, and that is the movie Secondhand Lions with Haley Joel Osment, Michael Caine, and Robert Duvall. An underrated movie. This movie is excellent. I love it. It's a fun movie. It's heartwarming. It's funny, it's well shot, well acted, great characters in this one. Definitely recommend checking this one out if you have not seen it before. Secondhand Lions, excellent movie, and I'm glad to upgrade that from my DVD copy. Looks great on Blu-ray. Did definitely get an upgrade as far as the picture quality, so that was nice. And then these last two we watched here, starting to get into my Criterion Collection haul from the July sale. These are ones we watched recently. This first one here is is the documentary Bowling for Columbine, Michael Moore documentary. Definitely his sort of biggest, most successful documentary, I would imagine. Excellent documentary. They sort of sought out to do a documentary about gun control, and it sort of it grew and expanded and morphed into something completely different. Still surrounding gun control a bit, but it gets into a lot more areas as far as race and status and things in America, and how things happen here. And an excellent documentary. And of course, this being a Criterion Collection, it has some nice special features on this. So I had originally purchased this on DVD when it was originally first released on DVD, and I'm glad to have this upgrade to the Blu-ray edition on Criterion Collection with all the nice documentary extras and stuff like that. And yeah, it's kind of sad. There is one sort of extra piece on here of Michael Moore. I think it's in 2018, so it's it's close to 20 years since this movie was released. Yeah, just how he was sort of lamenting the fact that almost 2 decades on, things really haven't changed, and in ways things have gotten worse since this documentary as far as what the topics it's covering. So yeah, it's tough, but an excellent documentary, and I love documentary movies, and I love this movie, so it was really nice to upgrade that one, and I enjoyed rewatching it. It's been a while since I'd seen it. And then the last one we watched on the Criterion Collection, one I had not seen. I knew of this movie. I've seen clips from it before. Never had seen it. It's a classic. I should have seen it, but that is Sidney Poitier in the Heat of the Night. Wow, I was blown away. This is an excellent movie. It's definitely deserving of the classic status it has, all the accolades it gets. Again, dealing with race in America, and just killer movie. Excellently shot, excellently acted, powerful social commentary. Great movie. Looks gorgeous on this Blu-ray from Criterion Collection. And yeah, if you're like me and you hadn't seen In the Heat of the Night, absolutely add this one to your list next time the sale's hopefully coming around here again real soon. Definitely grab this one if you haven't already. Definitely, it's a must-have. In the Heat of the Night. So those were the movies we watched recently. So let me go ahead and share with you the things I've been picking up in the past few months. Most of these, pretty much all of them, are either from Dollar Tree. Now they're doing sort of monthly movie drops at Dollar Tree, or they're from a thrift store in the local area here. So, $1 or less on all of these. Just interesting stuff that I pick up to add to my to-be-watched, my ever-growing to-be-watched collection. So let's go ahead and get into it. These first ones here, I believe these are from Dollar Tree. This is I guess it's a TV series called Klondike, Stake Your Claim, on DVD. Next one is a Blu-ray. We got Guard of Auschwitz, based on a true story. I think I have seen other people pick this up, and they were saying it was pretty good, so I am looking forward to seeing that one at some point. I don't often pick up too much horror, but I'll pick it up from time to time, and this one was a 6-movie collection, the Highway to Hell collection on Blu-ray, so should be some interesting stuff. This has the movies The Eves, Bunnyman, Drifter, Followed Home, Night Drive, and Breadcrumbs. So I don't know any of those movies whatsoever, but should be some fun horror kind of stuff. And when I'm filming this, the Halloween season is coming upon us, so I may dig into some of these then. Next one, we got a DreamWorks picture here, Madagascar Escape to Africa. So the second Madagascar movie on Blu-ray. That was a nice find. This is one I had seen people picking up, and I was glad to be able to find it myself, even though this is a DVD. I think maybe there were some Blu-rays out there of this as well. But the John Malkovich in Color Me Kubrick. So he's playing Stanley Kubrick, I guess. Or it says John Malkovich is not Stanley Kubrick. So I don't know exactly what's going on in this one, but it looked like an interesting movie, and I do like John Malkovich, and it looked like a fun movie. Okay, here's another one I saw people picking up in their Dollar Tree finds, and I was hoping to find it for myself, and I did. Unfortunately, I only found it on DVD and not the Blu-ray, but this is Bad Dads Suck with Paul Rudd and Steve Coogan. Sounds like a fun story. So yeah, I definitely wanted to grab this one. Unfortunately, wasn't able to find it on Blu-ray, but I did find it on DVD with the slipcase. So there is that. So at least I got it, and I'll be able to watch this movie. This next one was kind of a blind buy. Not sure what I'm getting here. It looked like the Canadian film, maybe. The movie Gabrielle. Not sure what that's about, but we'll check it out. This one looked cool, and it was in the slipcase, so I went ahead and grabbed it. Christina Ricci and John Cusack in Distorted. I don't remember if people were saying this was good or not. I did see some other people grab it, but yeah, glad to have grabbed that one. Here is a movie based on the best-selling series Middle School, The Worst Years of My Life. Yeah, might be too old for this, but I thought I'd give it a try. See, it could be fun, could be interesting. This is one that people seem to look out for, and it does have Ray Romano in it. I am a big fan of Ray Romano, and that is the series Get Shorty. Yeah, seems like an odd thing for Ray Romano to be in, but you know, if you think Ray Romano is just Everybody Loves Raymond, he is definitely not. He has a very wide range of characters he can play and really pull it off, so I don't doubt that he can do whatever he wants to do, and this is one I'm looking forward to getting into at some point. And this next one was a really cool find on BBC, Allo Allo Series 7. Classic BBC comedy stuff here. So that was a really neat find. This next one was another one, kind of a blind buy, just looked interesting, had some queer themes, so I'm always looking for stuff like that. So went ahead and grabbed this. It does have Laverne Cox and Bette Midler in it, Freak Show. So I'll check that one out. Another one from the BBC. Not sure what this is about, but Queen and Country. BBC show there. Another BBC documentary series here, Earth, the Biography. So some BBC Earth type stuff. Here's another one that I saw people looking for, and I was lucky enough to find it for myself. Chevolution, talking about sort of the merchandising of Che Guevara. So yeah, it could be an interesting documentary, kind of talking about how this sort of image of him and how the marketing of it all has happened and stuff. And yeah, an interesting documentary theme anyway. We'll see what it looks like, see if it's any good. All right, now we're getting into some thrift store finds. This is one I've picked up in the past, but I found another one, and the other one I picked up was missing the booklet. That is the Mysterious Case of Benjamin Buttons, the Criterion Collection, which I think this was only a Criterion release. It comes in a blue case, which kind of throws people off, but this is how it came. It was a wide release on Criterion. And as I said, this one has the booklet inside, which I was missing before. So now I have a complete one with booklet. For that, I picked up in a thrift store for around $1. So that was good. Here's one I've had in the past, but got rid of it at some point. Wanted to get it back in the collection. This is the movie Sneakers, classic sort of hacking, freaking kind of movie. Good stuff. Definitely enjoy this one. It's been a while since I've seen it, so looking forward to seeing that one again sometime. Here's a neat little documentary about birds, particularly raptors, and I'm an amateur photographer, and I love photographing ospreys and snail kites and stuff like that, various raptors that we have here in Florida. So thought I would be interested in seeing this one, World of Raptors. Interesting one there, should be up my alley as far as birds and wildlife and stuff. Here's a nice one I found. I still have not seen this movie. It's a classic again, but that is the movie Casablanca, and this is a 2-disc special edition on DVD, so we'll have to watch this movie at some point. I did have this, I like the packaging on this, and for $1, I thought, what the heck, I'll go ahead and grab it. So, okay, so I did find a series of these DVDs on the Moser Bauer label, which I believe is an Indian label, but these are region-free DVDs supposedly, and I did try one and it did work, so it should be okay. But this one is Akira Kurosawa's High and Low, so a Kurosawa movie. Should be an interesting watch, and I'm always looking for stuff to watch, so grab these at the thrift store. This one is still sealed, so that was nice. Here's one for the holiday season. I think I've seen this before. I think I did see this when it came out in theaters, maybe, or shortly after. But the Jonathan Taylor Thomas in I'll Be Home for Christmas. He goes away to college and he's trying to get home for Christmas, and all this crazy stuff happens. Kind of movie. Just a fun, enjoyable, entertaining kind of movie. So grabbed that. And then you got Scout Camp, the movie. So just a movie based around a scout camp. I'm not sure what the theme of this one is. You know, they have some sort of challenge that they have to find some idol and bring it back to camp and win the award kind of thing. You know, that kind of movie. Yeah, we did take a trip down to the Tampa area in July and stopped off at a record store that I like to go to called Sound Exchange, but they also sell movies and books and video games and whatever, you know, all kinds of different media. And they do have a Criterion Collection section in their movie section. So I always like to go through there and pick out, see if I can find any things. They usually have really good prices. And they sold this as used, even though it is still factory sealed, and that is the movie Death in Venice, Criterion Collection number 962. This one was on my wish list, so I was glad to be able to pick this one up for a good price and a less than half price sale price, and still sealed and brand new. So knocked one off the collection, and that was nice to find. Next up, the movie This Is 40, the sort of sequel to Knocked Up. That one's still sealed on DVD. Brittany Murphy and Dakota Fanning in Uptown Girls. Another Moser Bauer movie. This is Jim Jarmusch's Dead Man. I've heard good things about this one as well, so I'm looking forward to seeing this one at some point. Here's a cool one. I do collect music. The main focus of the channel here, but this is Concert for George. So George Harrison concert. A lot of great people in here. Joe Brown, Eric Clapton, Jeff Lynne, Paul McCartney, Tom Petty, and the Heartbreakers, Billy Preston, Ravi Shankar, Ringo Starr. Should be a nice concert DVD. So was excited to find that one. Next up is the movie Our Very Own. I have never heard of this movie before, but it just looked like an interesting theme. And this has not been released on Blu-ray yet, so that's the DVD. Yet another Beatles-themed concert thing. This is Paul McCartney back in the USA. Looking forward to checking that one out. I do like collecting concert DVDs and Blu-rays, because they're too expensive to go to concerts. Here's a classic, Berry Gordy's The Last Dragon. It's been a while since I've seen this one. It's a really good movie. It's a really enjoyable movie, really entertaining. Yeah, so glad to have found that one. Next up, Angelina Jolie in Foxfire. Here's one I've heard good things about, but have never seen before, so I was glad to pick this one up. The Chum Scrubber. Yeah, that's an old Blockbuster one too, but it's not scratched, so that was fine. Glad to have picked that one up. I picked that one up for $0.25. There was a guy selling DVDs for $4 for $1, so added that one onto the pile here. Mandy Moore, How to Deal. Another one that was a quarter. Just what the heck. Maybe I'll see it someday. Maybe I won't. Here's another music-themed one that looks pretty interesting. This is Robert Pattinson in How to Be. Another concert DVD, Widespread Panic, live at Oak Mountain. Joel and Ethan Coen movie here, A Serious Man. I can't remember if I've watched. I don't think I've seen this movie before, so I'm looking forward to, Coen movie. They're pretty wild. They're pretty wacky. They're pretty crazy. So look forward to seeing that one. Don't think I ever got around to seeing that one for whatever reason. Here are two that go together that were a really cool find. I guess I knew that these were on VHS, but I'd never seen them on DVD. But it is Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. So both albums on DVD, concert performances I guess they are. But it looks like it has most, if not all, the tracks from both albums. So that was a really cool find. I picked these up. They were $1 each. So yeah, absolutely glad to have these. These are classic albums from my youth. So glad to add those into the collection. Next up is a documentary called Ask Not, a film by Johnny Simons. Has to do with the don't ask, don't tell policy in the military. So yeah, that would be an interesting documentary, and looking forward to checking that one out at some point. Some Discovery Channel documentaries here. We have Extreme Engineering with Transatlantic Tunnel and City in a Pyramid. 2 episodes there. Here is a movie I saw in theaters and loved it ever since I first saw it. I've had this on DVD before, and it's out of the collection right now, but I'm glad to have this one back in. This still has not had a Blu-ray release, unfortunately, but that is the Albert Brooks and Meryl Streep movie, Defending Your Life. This is a great, great movie. Yeah, it's kind of this crazy idea where when you die, you don't really go to heaven or hell. You have to go into sort of a court of law and defend all the choices you made in your life and all the things you did in your life. Just a cool concept for a movie. It was excellently done. Definitely a hidden gem. If you have not seen this movie, highly, highly recommend seeing Defending Your Life. Hopefully at some point this will get a Blu-ray or even 4K upgrade, because it needs it. It's one of those movies that definitely needs to stay in circulation. It needs to be seen by more people. It's excellent, excellent movie. Here's a movie with Heather Graham, Killing Me Softly. Don't know anything about that one. The movie Lady Hawk. I've seen this one around forever. I've never seen it before. Check that one out. Another musical themed one. I've heard this is pretty bad. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band with the Bee Gees and Peter Frampton. I do have the soundtrack to this on vinyl, but yeah, I've heard the movie itself is pretty bad. For under $1, we'll check that one out. Next up is a double feature, All the Right Moves and Great Expectations. The Disney movie with Reese Witherspoon, A Far Off Place. This one's a new one to me, so I'm interested to check that one out. Robert Redford and Jane Fonda in Barefoot at the Park. Here's one I've had in the past, but don't have it currently, but found a sealed copy of it in Thrift Store. Picked it up, What's Eating Gilbert Grape. This is a collector's edition, so maybe there's some extra features on here I hadn't seen before, but a very early, if not the first, Leonardo DiCaprio movie, so yeah, glad to have that one back in the collection, and that one's still sealed, so that's nice. Another sort of music-themed one, concert kind of themed one. We have CMT Crossroads with Taylor Swift and Def Leppard, so that's quite a mix-up of artists, so yeah, that ought to be a fun one. Looking forward to checking that one out. The Britney Spears movie Crossroads, I have not seen this one in a while, so yeah, glad to have picked that one up. I want to have that in my collection just because I like Britney Spears, so have that one again. Here's one that just looked interesting. Total blind buy. Never heard of it. Don't know anything about it. The movie Opal Dream. Kind of this little girl coming of age kind of movie, looks like. Here's another one I'm not real sure about. It just looked kind of interesting and kind of fun and romantic. Maybe About Time. Doesn't really announce any actors on here. It just says from the director of Love Actually. Here's a classic one on Kino. This is the movie Rhinoceros with Zero Mostel and Gene Wilder. A nice Kino release there. Here's one I picked up just because I'm a native Floridian, and this one kind of has a Florida kind of theme to it. It's the Sunshine State. Yeah, looked like an interesting sort of tourism, funny kind of movie. So yeah, get to check that one out at some point. Here's a completely blind buy once again. Ma Vie en Rose, My Life in Pink. Looking very colorful, kind of interesting movie, so I wanted to check that one out. Steven Universe, the complete first season. I don't know, is another complete. I don't know anything about this. I see it all the time. I thought, what the heck? Let's just check it out and see what it is. Here's a cool documentary series on national parks, and this has the Everglades, which is here in Florida, Great Smoky Mountains, which is a national park I love to travel to. It's been a while, but I hope to get back there soon. And the Black Hills and Badlands, Great Gateway to the West. So Badlands National Park, I heard good things about, and yeah, it'll be nice to see some documentaries about these national parks and maybe pick up some ideas of new places to visit that I haven't visited before. And yeah, look forward to checking that one out. Here's the documentary about the Leadville 100, Race Across the Sky. I believe this is the year from 2010 when Lance Armstrong won it. It's a mountain bike race in Georgia, I believe, northern Georgia. So yeah, just wanted to check that one out. Nick Nolte and Stella Ward in Graves, season 1, so a political-based sitcom, I think. I'll give that one a try. Here's a classic Jewel of the Nile special edition. It's been a while since I've seen this one, so wanted to have it available in case I wanted to see it again sometime. We're getting back into some more Dollar Tree finds here. This is Conan O'Brien, Can't Stop. I did see a lot of people picking this one up, and looks like an interesting watch, so we'll get to see that one. It was nice to find this one on Blu-ray. I was happy to find that one. This next one, another one I saw a lot of people picking up, and I think people are saying it's a pretty good one. The movie Jonathan, sort of a sci-fi kind of movie. Look forward to checking that one out. Another music-themed documentary one that I was really happy to find. The documentary Looking for Lennon. That one's really cool. And then this one I complained recently about not being able to find it, and I ended up having to pick it up on eBay. And then the next time Dollar Tree did their drops, I found it. So I picked up a second copy. I don't know if I'm going to sell one of them or what I'll do, but the Anthem of a Teenage Prophet. I was so upset that I had paid for it on eBay. I paid $5 on eBay to get it, and then I found it at Dollar Tree after all, even though I thought I was not going to find it. So I picked it up anyway, and maybe I'll resell it or do something with it, but I didn't want to leave it behind since I literally found. I might keep this one because this is the one I found, and I didn't buy it on eBay. And this one I did see other people picking up as well. It's a documentary about bowling, I think. It's Trip Through the Wild World of Professional Bowling, League of Ordinary Gentlemen. And then last but not least, as I said, don't pick up too many horror-themed things, but do occasionally. This one was on a Magnolia release, Kiyoshi Kurosawa film, the movie Pulse. So this looked like a pretty good horror movie. So yeah, those are the movies we recently watched and what I recently picked up from thrift stores and Dollar Tree. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for watching. Leave me your comments and questions down below. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Please subscribe if you aren't already so you'll be kept up to date with future movie-themed releases I do here on the channel, and hope you'll like the other things I do, talking about music and other things like that here on the channel. So thank you for watching. Have a great day, great night, and we'll see you again real soon. Cheers.